Good afternoon or good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining. It's very nice to have you here. I hope you're all excited. I am. It's nice to see everybody. So I'm gonna kick it off right away. I don't want to make anyone wait for anything. There will be recording. So the people who are joining late, I'm gonna write that as a message. For the people joining late, there will be a recording. There will be a recording sent tomorrow. So, again, thank you everyone for joining us. Here is what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be doing a couple of really cool things. We're going to do the boarding stuff first because I have to do the boarding stuff first. So the remaining stuff becomes a lot easier and you start getting better output. But I'll give you right now what we're going to be discussing today. So first thing I'm going to be discussing is LLMs in general. So those are large language models like ChatGPT, the differences between them, and then I'll focus mostly on Gemini and GPT because right now those have the coolest things that we can discuss. Claude is used for both. So the first thing we're going to talk about is different LLMs, the differences between them and which you should use for what. And the second thing we're going to talk about is good versus bad prompts. And we're going to be doing live examples on different tools. We'll use tools like Nano Banana, which is an image generation tool, VO3, a video generation tool. I'll show you guys how to create a storybook really, really fast. If you have someone you want to read bedtime stories to. And then maybe we'll even do Lovable, which is a very cool no-code tool that allows you to build websites and apps as well. Finally, the last thing we are going to do is build your own personal AI assistant. I'm going to try to raise my voice a little bit. I'm getting a comment to raise my voice, so I'm going to do that. So the last thing we're going to do is utilize a platform called N8N, N8N.io, N8N.io. If anyone's familiar with the platform, it's like an AI native automation tool. If you've heard of Make or Zapier, it's that times 10, times 100 actually. On that tool, on N8N, we're going to build you your personal AI assistant. It's going to have access to your Gmail, it's going to have access to your calendar, and maybe we add Google Sheets, and we might add some more functionalities as well if we have time. Someone might be joining us and towards the end and taking over for 10 minutes to push that AI assistant even further. So, back to the beginning and talking about LLMs. What do I have to say about LLMs? So أول شيء في OpenAI is ChatGPT. And then there is Gemini, which is Google's product. And then there's Grok, which is Elon Musk's AI. And then there's Claude, which belongs to Anthropic. It's a really good coding platform. And then there's Llama, the tool that Mark Zuckerberg or Meta has. Each has its own strengths and weaknesses, and they're all catching up with each other. Taban, there's a lot more. There's smaller ones. There's ones from China, DeepSeek. There's so many different models, but really the most powerful ones today, in my mind, is ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude. Those are the three that I sort of go to the most. So I want to share my screen to start, or before I do, let me say a few things about ChatGPT. My ChatGPT is different than your ChatGPT. Why is that the case? Because I've trained my ChatGPT. I don't use it much anymore because I build my own AI agents. But at one point, my internal memory for ChatGPT was full. It was full because I keep giving it context. And then the more context I give it, the better the output I always got. So I think it's the easiest thing to do. Let me share my screen. Entire screen, share. And I have Gemini open, but I'm going to go ahead and open ChatGPT first before we jump to Gemini. I'm going to open up a new chat. But before we do this, I want to show you guys a couple of things. If you go down to the bottom, and you go to settings, where's the memory? Where did they change it? They move the memory? Personalization? Excuse me, they seem to have moved the memory. Ah, there, memory manage. There you go. So I notice a lot of people go back and forth to ChatGPT and say the same thing over and over and over again. You're doing this because you're not either ChatGPT is not realizing that it should save this information for you by itself, or you're not telling it to save this information. So this is an option that you have where, again, I like this is all my memory in ChatGPT. At one point it was full, I had to empty it. It's very important because it starts giving you better details, better output once it memorizes a bunch of stuff for you. And a lot of times it tells you it memorized it, but it hasn't. The telltale sign, so you know that it memorized it, it shows a little square that says memory updated. So I'll show you something here. Save in your internal memory. I don't know what I'm going to save now. Save in your or search for internalize. So I wanted to memorize something. So it moved. So internalize that I'm whatever 41 years old, right? Just so it saves this, I just want to show you the idea of it saving information, what it does. Save it in internal memory. Wow, I have slow internet. I am in Turkey and the internet. Oh, there you go. So you see this thing, updated, saved memory. So now it knows this. This could be your brand, right? It could be anything. It could be a lot more interesting things that we're going to talk about. So one more thing I want to talk about before we jump to other tools and why this updated save memory is important and how I use it. So one of the tools that we're going to use today, for example, is VO3 and Google Nano Banana. Now, those are very much a chat interface, just like this is. But a human isn't best suited to talk to an AI. So the best way to get the best way to get good results out of AI tools is to have an AI write the prompt for it. Meaning if I go to Google Banana now and I say I want an image of a horse riding on the beach in the sunset. That's like a 3 out of 10 prompt. But if I go to ChatGPT here and I say, go and get the prompting documentation for, let's say, VO 3.1, since that just came out, VO 3.1, and save it in your memory. What this does is, next time I come to ChatGPT and I say, hey, I want a prompt for a horse running down on a sunset, it's gonna give me a long prompt that's tailored for VO3. So right now it's searching the web to find that prompting documentation. In my case, it already has it saved. Well, actually not 3.1, it has 3.0 saved. This is just came out yesterday, 3.1. So as soon as that's ready, we're gonna have it save that information. In the meantime, might as well, I'm gonna jump to Gemini. And Gemini is just like ChatGPT, but it's by Google. If you notice, it's the same like chat interface, right? One of the cool things I like about this is this storybook feature. So I don't know if you've generated images before with ChatGPT or with any other image generation tool. It does them one at a time. Here I'm gonna go. I'm gonna make up and I want to create a bedtime story for my nephew. I'm gonna make up a name, Tariq. He loves Superman, and I want the story to be about courage. To be about courage. His dad's name is Kitty. Okay, we're gonna leave that running, and I'm gonna jump to. Seems I'm having a little bit of an internet connection. Let me try to refresh this page. What this is doing now is creating this storybook, and literally it's just taking 2 minutes, but it could be absolutely anything. And it actually reads it out to you as well. Okay, so internet's a little bit slow. I have an older one, so I'm going to show you guys that. This is a book I created last time, right? So again, the entire book is there, and you could actually like have the Google.
Leo the little bear stood at Grandma Hazel's front door, clutching his little red backpack. His
So this
tubby
whole
feet
thing
were
was
smushed
done
and
with one
bruised. They
prompt.
built a
Just one prompt to create that, which I still find absolutely remarkable. All right, so we're gonna jump to some cool things like creating some images. But before we do, we're gonna go to ChatGPT, create a new chat, and say, I want to prompt again. Humans are bad at talking to AI. It's always better for AI to talk to AI. I want to prompt for Google's Nano Banana for a horse. Oh, yeah, we'll do a bad prompt and a good prompt, I guess. I'll do the bad prompt first. Horse riding at sunset, and let's do an image. We'll use the latest model. And I want to prompt for Google's Nano for a horse riding at sunset. And let's see ChatGPT's prompt. So there's that image. Okay, there is that image. What I'm gonna do now is download that image to do something else cool with it as well. So notice how different this prompt is, right? So we're gonna try it again. Again, ChatGPT made this prompt for me because I'm a human and humans can't talk well with AI. So I'm entering that prompt again, and I'm gonna guess that this image is gonna be a lot nicer. Next thing we're gonna do is download that image and maybe make that horse run. Bit different, right? Bit more engaging, bit more powerful. Again, I'm gonna download that image, start a new chat. We're gonna do video, we're gonna add this image. And again, I'm gonna do a bad prompt, make this horse run. And then I'm gonna go here and say, give me a prompt for VO 3.1 to make this horse run. I'm gonna see if there's any questions already. Guys, feel free to. I see one question. That's true. Yara says GPT-5, though, tends to remember from all other chats. That's true. That is an improvement of GPT-5 over the previous ones. One video prompt, I'll be using it. But before I do, I want to draw everybody's attention to this thing. Because sometimes GPT-5 does make the wrong decision here. It used to be that GPT-4 had so many different models and you had to figure out which one to use. They've made it a bit easier for GPT-5. There's instant, there's thinking, or there's auto. So let's say you just want to know what 5 times 5 is, you might put instant. But let's say you want a longer, more thoughtful answer. You'll have to manually sometimes press this because sometimes GPT will just give you an answer. Another thing I want to say about GPT is again, output is only as good as the input, right? I know that sounds cliche, but like you really have to. It lies a lot, right? ChatGPT lies to you all the time. It tells you that something is good when it isn't. You have to make sure that no, this is not the. Yani, one of the things you can do is tell it to evaluate itself. So let's say you're looking for a research paper or a proposal, anything. But to be specific and to give you guys an example of how I would push the prompt, I want to give a specific example. So let's say I'm trying to send a sales proposal. My business is anything, and I'm sending a sales proposal to someone. And I asked ChatGPT to give me this proposal. One of the first things I do is, okay, evaluate this proposal as a crew of professionals in the top of their field. This automatically elevates its thinking a little bit. And after this workshop is done, I want to send you guys, I'll send everyone like bits of 5 to 10 prompts that you can use to sort of push your push the output from ChatGPT further. I never accept ChatGPT's first result, ever. And neither should you because it's likely a very, very poor result. Let's go back here and see the video that was created from the bad prompt. It's pretty damn impressive, honestly. And now we're gonna take the good prompt. But I didn't add the image, so this is gonna be a different horse. I think Lovable is gonna be the most, well, actually Lovable and N8N will be the wow factor for everybody here. If you're not experiencing a wow factor already, you will feel it in the next two tools we use. And I'd love to get questions here from the audience. If anyone has anything, oh, actually, I see some questions already. Why not use Gemini to create the prompts for version 3.1? That's an excellent question. You can, and I urge you to use different AIs to find which one gives you the better results. Absolutely. Absolutely. What's the difference between OpenAI's capabilities and Google's, and which one do you use when? So this is subjective at this point. Like I feel like Gemini is better at copy, and OpenAI is better at like tasks and stuff, and even code. So again, for your own use case, it's very easy to test it, right? Even if you want to pay for the subscriptions, it's $20 a month for each. Try them, see which one works best for your use case scenario. Eventually, these all becomes like phones. Everybody has their favor. You have an Apple or you have an Android. You're OpenAI or you're Google. Any chance we can also have an overview or Perplexity AI? Yeah, that I definitely want to talk about. Actually, I want to talk about Perplexity AI and also Comet. Thanks for that question. Not just Comet, even so sorry, Perplexity, Comet, and OpenAI's browser, Atlas. So Perplexity.ai is what we all hoped Google would be, but it isn't. So Perplexity.ai is an AI search engine. So you go to Perplexity.ai and you ask a question, and instead of it giving you a million 32 results that you have to go through. It just gives you the answer. Very, very powerful. I love Perplexity AI. I've been using it for a while. Actually, I don't know why I'm talking about it. Let me just show it. So this is Perplexity.ai, and you could just go, what, I don't know. I don't know what to ask. I want to ask, what is a complicated question? What is, or something you would actually try to find, what is I don't know, the tallest hotel in Beirut, right? Instead of getting a million results, ideally it sort of just gives you an answer, right? So, instead of ads or whatever, there's no ads. It's just, here it is. Here's the results, right? The cool thing about Perplexity is they just launched a browser, and I'm going to open it up for you guys right here. So notice how many tabs I have open. I'm going to open up the assistant, and I'm going to say close all the tabs. By the way, Comet is free. There's a free version. Go ahead and download it. Notice how it's just closed all the tabs for me. Another thing Comet does is it also connects to your Gmail, to your calendar. So it acts like a little bit of an agent as well, as an AI agent. But there's there's a free version and there's a paid version. And we're going to be building our own custom AI agent later on as well. Let me go through the questions again and open up some. Oh, now there's that video. Oh man, my internet is down. Okay, Tony is asking, can you list the major AI tools and the function of each one? So I did list the major LLMs. And, and one thing you should keep in mind is every single AI tool out there, let me pause the video. Every single AI tool out there is just a ChatGPT wrapper, an OpenAI, a Gemini wrapper, a Claude wrapper, شي a wrapper, شي a ChatGPT wrapper. يعني مثلا there's a tool that made it really really big early on that was called Jasper, or like any AI tool that writes captions for you or ما بعرف شو. All it is hooking up to ChatGPT from the backend through API, and really that's it. Like it's just ChatGPT hooked up from the backend. So that's something to keep in mind when you're finding AI tools online, especially when I show you n8n.io today. Is this something I should buy? Or is this something I can build for myself? And 99% of the time, it's something you can just build. And we're going to be walking through how easy it is to build stuff these days. The videos cannot be longer than 8 seconds, I noticed. That's a good observation. But it's getting better at persistence. شو يعني persistence? يعني the character stays the same. يعني what is a 60-minute video but 8 seconds videos? What about? If you can keep the character the same, right? Nano Banana is excellent at this. So you can create 1,000 images, the same without like changing the t-shirt اللي عم تجرب تبيعها. And VO is getting better and better at this as well. Excellent questions all around. Please keep them coming because they're not just helping you, they're helping everyone. And they're reminding me of what I should share as well. Type. The next thing I want to jump on is Lovable. And Lovable is a no-code AI platform that allows you to build stuff like you're an entire team of developers. Guys, one of the things that's valuable today is our ability to think. And like it's really what the only thing that we have to differentiate ourselves today, because knowledge is now free. It used to cost thousands of dollars to hire lawyers and consultants and to get the knowledge that they have. But that knowledge is available now for everybody. Only private knowledge is still free. Only what you know from your personal experience, that's your competitive advantage today. Not if you know the laws of the country, because the laws of the country, AI knows them, right? So the cost of knowledge is now zero, which is a very, very different world. Finally, before I jump to Lovable, actually, I want to talk about Atlas. And Atlas is a browser that just launched yesterday by ChatGPT. And it's only available for download on Apple. I invite you to go download it. It's very, very interesting, and it's a complete paradigm shift in how we browse the internet and how we, see the digital world. The entire browser is ChatGPT, طبعا, and once you sign in, your entire ChatGPT history comes with it. And instead of like شفتوا هلا but with Comet, if you noticed in Comet, Comet will open a browser for me and close a browser for me. But with Atlas, it will show me let's say I asked for show me shoes, whatever, shoes that I want to buy in my region, in my country. It'll show me the shoes in the chat, and I can just buy it in the chat without ever having visiting the website. Um, it's like that sounds like it's not a big deal, but it's such a big deal in terms of traffic for all websites and what it's doing. And ChatGPT is already stealing traffic from Google, like a dramatic amount of traffic from Google. Because remember, you used to go to Google to search for stuff, search once, search twice, search three times, maybe over a few days. Now that few days research is in ChatGPT in 5 minutes. So it really changes the way businesses have to approach search, right? And like everything's changing. It used to be that SEO, which is how your website is found on Google, search engine optimization, was king. You have to really know SEO for your website to start showing up on the first page of Google. Well, that's not so important anymore. And you used to do that by adding a file to the website called a robots.txt. A bit technical, but just quickly. Now you have to add a file called LLM.txt. And this LLM.txt file lets the AI read your website, and let's basically, so when someone, if you have a coffee in Beirut, coffee house in Beirut, and someone goes, I want a coffee house in Beirut near me, if you don't have an LLM text file on your website, it's not going to show up. But the coffee shop next to you that thought about this, they show up and they get the business. So just something to keep in mind. It's a very, very crazy world that we're moving into, but here we are. So let me open up Lovable, but before I do, I want a business idea from somebody in the crowd, from somebody in the audience. Give me any business idea. I see someone typing. Men's undershirts, undershirts like underwear. Okay, men's undershirt. Now, there's good prompts and there's bad prompts. So I'm going to open up two Lovable instances. The website is Lovable.dev. I'm going to open it up twice so I can run two prompts. And the first prompt I want to write is a business for men's undershirts. I know you likely, even if you're trying, you likely write a better prompt than this, but I just want to really show the difference between a bad prompt and a good prompt. A business for men's undershirts. And I'm going to press enter. Whoa, what happened? Okay, there we go. It's here. Okay. So it is now building this website while it click remix. What is it doing it? Yeah. All right. So it's thinking about what to do and it's going to create this website. And it's going to edit it. We're going to leave this and go to go to ChatGPT. So we build another one. There was a leak in May of 2025 on GitHub. GitHub is a code repository. And this leak had master prompts for some of the biggest AI companies in the world. There was a lot to learn in that leak. And I made my ChatGPT go find it and internalize the learnings of that leak. If you go to your ChatGPT and say there was a leak in May 2025 for God mode master prompts, it will find those prompts for you. Tell it to internalize the learnings of their prompt. So now I want to say I want a God mode prompt, because when I say God mode prompt, it knows what I mean, for Lovable to create a business for men's undershirts. I want to go more prompt for a little bit to create a business for men. Let's see what it comes up with. Again, if you go and do this to your chat GPT without it knowing what a God mode prompt is, you're not gonna get a God mode prompt, right? Um, so wow. All right, so it's giving me the entire prompt. And in the meantime, let's see what happened here. Is it still launching the website?
What's a God mode prompt? And how can I internalize it in ChatGPT?
Sure. Thanks for that question. There was a leak. I don't know if you just joined, Joey. There was a leak in May 2025 to
Yeah, no,
GitHub.
I heard, but I tried to internalize it on ChatGPT, and the
Yeah,
answer
because you
was,
gotta go and tell it, go search for the leak that happened in May 2025. And when it does, that's when you go internalize it. So if you notice, I'm gonna open a brand new website. The website is done. Comfort, again, this is the bad prompt. But one prompt, guys, and this website, all of it, done. Okay? So now I'm gonna go and get the good prompt that I made. And I'm gonna copy it. And I'm gonna enter it here. This still fascinates me. I'm gonna close the bad prompt website and try to go in the good prompt website. The internet is not helping. There you go. Off the top of my head, I would do subscriptions. I don't know if it included it in the prompt. But notice like all the things that it's thought of, right? Checkout minimal friction, upsell pack builder, post purchase, loyalty rewards, plus refer a friend discount, email flow, right? Thought about all these things that you wouldn't have maybe thought about because it's aware of what master prompting should be. And it's now building this website. Give it a couple of minutes, I guess. I see some more questions. Okay. Lovable is now linked to Shopify. That's true. Ali? Lovable is, I don't know if anyone's familiar with with Shopify. I imagine most people, if you have an e-commerce website, you might be familiar with Shopify. But you can now build a website on Lovable and push it to Shopify. So you'll have a very, very unique website that no one on Shopify has, and you'll have all the power of Shopify, which is really cool. Where do I control the website from? Excellent question. You can control it from here. Like if you don't know how to code, you could just talk, right? And let's say you want to change the logo, you add an image here and you say change the logo or change the t-shirt. You could just prompt it. Or you could literally play with the code yourself. So it's very easy to prompt it. But remember, it's better to go to ChatGPT and get the prompt versus you coming and saying change this to this, because the AI might not understand what you're trying to say and do something else. It is still building. Yes, it's still editing, you see down here. Couple of new questions. How do you make this website go live? You click this publish button right here, and you connect a domain, either a custom domain, like whether you connect it. Yeah, so you go to GoDaddy, buy whatever .com or whatever, and you press connect domain, connect GoDaddy, press connect twice, and the website is live. Takes 2 seconds, 2 minutes. Yeah, or you could literally buy the domain here. I haven't done that because I usually have domains. But yeah, it's super, super easy, super, super. Can you share the exact prompt to find those prompts? Will it be shared later on? I will make a note to share the exact GitHub repository. Share GitHub link. So I will share the GitHub link, the exact GitHub link. And Seta, then you can just go to ChatGPT, say, this is the link for the leak that happened. I need you to, it's 10,000 lines of code, by the way. So it's not going to memorize all of it, but memorize the learnings of it. Memorize the learnings of it. Thanks for that. How do you connect to Shopify? I haven't done that one yet, but should be really, really, like I just saw the video of it yesterday. It's actually really, really simple. Once you connect, I think you just prompt it. Yeah, you just prompt it. You start with this is a Shopify store, so it does it accordingly. And in the end, it gives you a link where you can claim the Shopify store from Shopify. The challenge remains the payment gateway. No, 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 man. But the payment gateway is not a challenge. I've had a payment gateway in Lebanon since 2017. So payment gateway is not a problem. You really got to figure that out. There's Monty, although I don't like that solution too much. And there's the pay for it solution, but they changed their name. It's basically an Amazon product. The challenge remains, but other than that, Lovable, and you can publish it directly. Yeah. So it looks like the website is done, is it? Yeah. So let's open up, refresh, and open it up in a new page. Notice, a lot nicer than the first website that we have. Confidence starts beneath, and apparently it's called Veil. Guys, that was one prompt. Get 3 premium under never one prompt. Now, is the website 100% done? No. It needs like, I don't know, 10 more prompts. Like maybe not all the buttons work. Wow, this one is simple. Looks like all the buttons work. This is just crazy. Yeah, it just keeps getting better and better and better and better and better. First time I tried this, it would mess up the first prompt. But yeah, there you go. The website is done, guys. Again, still drives me crazy. Yeah, but the payment integration shouldn't be an issue. Whoever asked that question, if you're really trying to do that and having problems, please reach out. We can help you. Like no money, we'll just point you in the right direction. I still cannot see the whole page. I have gray squares and rectangles. Not sure what you're talking about, Nadine. Are you talking about my screen? You can't see my screen?
Actually, yes. يعني I cannot see the whole screen you're sharing. في
What?
عندي هيك rectangles و squares لون gray.
Try on sharing and sharing again. I think it will work.
Thanks for saying that. Can you guys see?
Yeah,
Yes, this
basically
is
some
better.
of it was blacked out. Now it's better.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
thank you.
okay. No, thank you for saying something. Thank you for saying something. So yeah, this is the website that was created. I guess you guys weren't seeing what's there, so here it is again. Our story, it created like the whole at Veil, we believe confidence starts with what you wear closest to your skin. We're on a mission to transform the humble undershirt from an afterthought into a cornerstone of modern, like it created the whole thing. Check it, like check out and everything. It's pretty nuts, right? One prompt. I have an agency. I used to charge $3,000 for this, but it's a different world now. Any questions before we move to somewhere else? Oh, sorry. Let me see if there's any. I see more over here. Yes, all of us, it seems. Thanks for those. Okay. Uh, Q&A. Okay. So, all right. I'm gonna share or share. I'm gonna open up n8n.io. This session is recorded. Will it be shared? This session is recorded and it will be shared as soon as possible tomorrow. So this is N8N, guys. N8N is an automation platform. شو يعني an automation platform? It automates stuff. What can it automate? Absolutely anything that is click and point. Any click and point, it can automate, and even more than click and point. So I'm gonna open up. Let's start simple. I'm gonna create a workflow, and it opens up this blank screen. N8N is simple. It is similar to Zapier and Make, but like 100 times better. And Yara, regarding the payment gateway options, not exactly AI topic, but I want to help you. So just email us exactly what you're looking for, and we'll share the information that you need. So automation. We're in n8n.io. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a very simple workflow that starts with a chat trigger, has an AI agent, and I'm going to connect it to my Gmail and to my Google Calendar and to Google Sheets. Why? Well, so that I don't have to answer my emails anymore, and I don't have to worry about my calendar, and I can add things in Google Sheets and have the AI keep track of it. And it's as simple as add a first step. And for every workflow, for every automation, there is a trigger or a first step. In this case, I'm going to have the first step be a chat because I want to chat, right? And I'm going to make the chat available publicly so that I can talk to this AI whenever I want, right? And I'm going to name him Jack, okay? So that's my first node. It's called a node. I'm gonna add my next node, which is gonna be an AI agent. And it's connected to the chat trigger. That's it. And a chat model, I'm gonna add OpenAI, but you can have all of these models. And I'm gonna go with GPT-5. I'm gonna add simple memory. Notice, guys, I'm doing one clicks over here, yeah, one click. And for tools, this is where we're gonna add Gmail, And here you just have to like create new credential and then sign in with Google. I happen to already be signed in, but all you have to do is sign in with Google. I'm gonna put, you know what? He's done it to me too many times, so I'm gonna do it to Steven. Right? So now I have Gmail connected, and I can add another tool, Calendar. That's the Google Calendar tool. Also Steven's calendar. There you go. And I'm going to save this workflow and I'm going to activate it. Okay. So now I can go to this chat. I'm going to go to it publicly. All right. Let me copy it. So this is an AI agent that I just created. This is Kareem GPT, Miss ChatGPT. This GPT takes care of Kareem, not OpenAI, right? And I'm going to say, hi, Jack. Remember, this is Steven's email, not mine. Hi, Jack. Send an email to Kareem at CMonkey. This could also be voice, right? I could send it a voice, but we haven't added that capability. CMonkeyTribe.com. Hi, Jack. Send an email to Kareem at CMonkeyTribe.com saying good luck in the workshop. Let's see what happens. In the meantime, let me open your email has been sent. Good luck in the workshop. Message, hi, Kareem. I'm gonna open up my email, guys, so you guys can see it. Here it is. Where is my email? Okay. Seriously, now? Now? Now you want me to do this? Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna send it to another email. To Audi. Now you all know my personal email. At gmail.com. Let me open up my Gmail. Okay, now I have my own AI agent that I use instead of this one that has a human in the loop. So, you know, you really don't want the AI to just be sending emails and replying to emails by itself, right? Because, you know, refresh, wait for this. So there you go. Good luck in the workshop from Francis Steven. It just arrived right now at 7:19. Yeah. So that's the email that we just sent. Again, I will show you what my own AI agent looks like. And guys, if you have questions, please feel free to type at any time. Let me see if there's anything here coming. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Is using the video generator on Gemini the same as using VO3 exclusively? Like VO3 is part of Gemini and you can access it in a lot of different places. You can access it in Gemini, and Google has a lot of different products that you can access it from. One of the most powerful ones is Flow, 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 because it gives you capabilities for VO3 that for some reason you don't have from Gemini yet. So that's something to do. Can it be connected to WhatsApp customer service? The agent Yes, we already have that. All of our clients have customer support agents run by AI on their Instagram, on their WhatsApp, on their email, right? Can it read from one system and enter the data in another system? I don't know what RPA is, but yes, it can read data from another system and enter it in another system. In fact, we just got hired to do that for a company in Lebanon. There's a person who does manual entry, taking data from one system, putting it in another, and we're just gonna, make it automation. Just have it automatically go there. Which end-to-end pricing plan do you need to be able to automate workflows? I think they have a free plan. Well, I mean, when I opened it, they had a free plan, and it's very, very affordable. Like, it's so worth the money. It's like $20 or something like that. Taban, for me, it's more because I have lots of stuff, lots of clients under it. So, can it link the Instagram? Yes. Business page? Yes. As an agent and connected to Shopify, Lovable? Yes. Guys, بعد ما في شيء I was not able to do with AI. It's a bit scary. The limit is my imagination so far. All those AI tools require subscriptions. Yes, Lovable is free for the first 5 prompts. You get 5 free prompts a day. And you guys saw what I did with one prompt. So, in my mind, they're worth it. Not everything I showed today was for money. Perplexity was free, Comet was free. Just ChatGPT is obviously paid. Gemini is paid. Yeah, Lovable, you get a free trial. I think N8N you still get a free trial. What was I about to jump to before I forgot? Oops. I read the questions. What was I about to jump to? Oh, maybe I was gonna show you guys. Excuse me.
Çok pardon. Çok özür dilerim.
Yeah. So I wanted to show you guys my AI agent and what my AI agent does and what it can do. Guys, there's a lot you can do now, and maybe I'll show you guys my stack. This is private, but I feel like just take it to open everybody's minds about what's possible. So N8N is the best tool for automating replies? I believe so. There are easier tools, like ManyChat is easier for you to use, but N8N is more powerful. Sorry, let me go back here. So I'm going to look for my Solon, show you guys what a workflow can look like. So again, you're seeing some client stuff over here, but that's okay. So this is my workflow. This is my AI agent, my personal AI agent. This is Solon. Solon is my AI chief of staff. Solon controls 10 other AI agents. One of them is responsible for my calendar. One of them is responsible for my inheritance strategy. One of them is in 10 AI agent. واحد بيعمل deep research. واحد بيبعت emails. واحد manages the calendar. One of them has access to my work database. So let's say I want to create a marketing plan for client X. I can make this plan here. In the case of my Solon, notice the trigger is a Telegram trigger. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys see. The trigger is a Telegram trigger. So when I talk to it is when it responds, right? And yeah. Sorry, mind the connection here. So there you go. Solon sends me a message every morning. And every morning he sends me a message. Notice it's at 8:30 a.m. Sends me a message with everything that happened last night, anything I need to know about today, anything due today, right? So I'm gonna say, what can I say here? How can I impress you guys? Add a task. for me at work to send the GitHub link to everyone, to send the link tomorrow. I had a task for me at work, right? So what it's doing now, if I go back to the workflow and I show you the execution that's happening right now, it's running. It's going to take a little while, but I'll show you the last one, just so you get an idea of everything that happens. Taking a little while. I'll show you guys a couple of things as well. One more no-code automation platform I want to talk to you guys about is also a Google product. This is other than Lovable, and it's Google AI Studio. The reason why I want to show you Google AI Studio is not to impress you, but to impress upon you. Okay? I want to show you guys my apps. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. There you go. I want to show you guys my apps, or my specific apps. Guys, this is internal, so it's ugly. But I wanted to show it to you for a reason. We create content using different AI agents. There's 9 AI agents that create content for us. I'm the co-founder of Sea Monkey Tribe, digital marketing agency. Should have said that at the beginning. So we create content using 9 different AI agents. One is responsible for research. One's responsible for quality. One's responsible for brand guidelines. One's responsible for making sure there's no repetition, right? And there's 5 other AI agents. This is my IP, all built on Google AI Studio, again, with prompt. I have a CFO here, right? I don't make enough money yet to pay $8,000 a month for a very good CFO. But what is a CFO? A CFO is someone who reads technical data and then gives it to me, right? طب here it is. I have technical data. I have all the transactions that happen in my company, and I've created a CFO to give me that report. CMO, again, same thing. Not to create creative stuff, but to read the data, right? So a chief marketing officer's job is to look at the analytics from a website, look at the analytics from social media, look at data points everywhere, determine what's going right and what's going wrong, and give me a plan. That can be an AI agent. Again, not the creative part, just to look at the data and what's going wrong, because you always say you want to look at the data, but no one ever does. But what if the data is looked at automatically and you get input of just what to do? Hatta automatically it happens. In my case, when the CFO and the CMO give a report, بينزلوا بtables. الCFO بينزل بCFO output, الCMO بينزل بCMO output, and my AI CEO reads both of those information. I'm not the CEO at Sea Monkey Tribe anymore. I'm acting CEO. And I talk to Caesar every week about what things should be done, how things went last week, right? And I track everything that it does, every decision. Okay? So this is sort of our AI engine. Hello, I want to show you guys my ERP at the agency that was completely built on Lovable. It took me about 3 weeks because it was the first time I messed with Lovable. Maybe it would take me a day today. instead of 3 weeks and a lot less prompts. But I want to show you this because the Google AI brain that you saw over there is communicating with this app. So I'm already having these two systems communicate with each other, and I want to show you guys everything that's here. Like, it's my clients. I have Monkey GPT. What is Monkey GPT? Monkey GPT knows all of our tasks, all of our clients. And if I talk to Monkey GPT as the Chief Innovation Officer, it answers me differently than if the designer talks to to Monkey GPT. Because it's a different role, right? I don't want, I mean, it treats everyone differently as they need to chat. We have Monkey Chat here where we chat with each other. My conversations with Caesar are here. Our customer support agents are here. Our automations are here. Clients, our financials, our roadmaps, right? We have Minerva, our HR assistant. Again, she's an AI HR assistant. I got tired of employees coming to me and saying, can I take a day off? What are the holidays? I gave all the information to Minerva. They go talk to Minerva. They get everything they need. If it's not approved, they can, if it's something that Minerva can't approve, then we can discuss it, right? All of this was built on Lovable, guys, for, I don't know, $100, $200, because I didn't know what I was doing. I spent about 3 weeks building three apps. And had I built those apps a couple of years earlier, each of those apps would have taken a full stack development team and 6 months and a few $100,000. So in the span of a few weeks, instead of spending it, spend a few weeks, I shrunk time and money. And this is available to every single one of us today. I see more questions. Let me get to them. Can it be connected to WhatsApp customer service? Yes, I answered that one. Sorry. Respond.ai, right, is good as an omni-channel solution. I have not tried that, Wissam. There's so many solutions. I'm sorry, I haven't checked that one out. A side question about GPT. It starts getting slow during long conversations, especially when I add documents and files. A solution, or I don't want to open a new chat because it loses the documents it sent. It loses the documents I sent. Thanks. Najwa, it sounds like you need to use Fahad, you're not late. There'll be recording tomorrow. Najwa, there's something, man, I'm so glad you asked this question. Guys, there is no stupid question. Please ask them because stuff comes up that helps everybody. ChatGPT has a project feature that you should be using. Here on the side, it says new project. Type the name of your project, and now all the documents. So notice for me, I have different project names for different clients, different things I'm working on, and then add all your documents here for any specific project. So you don't have to continuously add them in every chat. That way it has them all the time. And you can even add thinking frameworks here. Like, I want you to think like whoever you want it to think like every time, whether that's Robert De Niro or Warren Buffett or Mark Zuckerberg or Peter Thiel or your favorite teacher or your dad or whatever, right? So, yeah. Let me see another question. Can Lovable replace an ERP for a company? Ahmad, it has for me. And we're currently building one. For a company, for a hotel, to be specific. But you might run into a wall. Like, you might, Lovable might, again, Lovable, it charges per message. So it's incentivized to not let you finish your project. So you have to learn and know how to, again, I spoke about this earlier in the beginning, using different AI tools to check the veracity, the truth about what an AI tool is telling you. So when I was building my ERP, eventually Lovable crashed and it couldn't figure out how to move forward. And I was literally going crazy because this was very important for me. And I finally figured out that I could push the code to GitHub, download the code, حطيته بChatGPT, and ChatGPT said just go to line 87 and remove the comma. And the EIP was live. So yeah. Lovable is more of a front-end generator than backend. It is wise to use Replit? No. To each his own. To each his own. Some people do swear by Replit. I love the fact that Lovable uses Supabase as a backend. It's a very, very powerful Supabase, very powerful backend, very powerful database, basically. So I'm a fan of it. But like I said, you can go and code the thing in cursor. This is like the beginner entry level. Most people aren't going to know how to use cursor or Replit. Lovable is very easy to use. I'm in the research field. I need to always get reliable references. Do you think it's doable through an AI tool? I have Gemini paid version, but I feel I'm not getting what I need. Yeah, excellent question. Yeah. So one of the things, like this is where an automation tool might be useful, where you're having Gemini come up with the research that you want, and then sort of another agent checking you know what I mean? Like having another agent check the truth of those. And Ali's saying for research, perplexity is great, and he's right about that. So ChatGPT, Gemini, they're not good at search yet. Like they're not good at online search. Perplexity is much better. Yeah, definitely I agree. Definitely I agree. ChatGPT is not good at search yet. I mean, it's it's obviously good, but it doesn't pull up everything needed and it misses some information. So yeah, I like Perplexity more. And then definitely I would use deep research. Like, oh my God, I can't believe we discuss all of this stuff. Let me go back. So there's deep research, which generally generates better results, right? So you go here, and there's different modes that you can use. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I'm gonna do it really quickly and say I'm researching. I don't know, researching. I don't know, interest rates in Lebanese banks. All right. What it's going to do now is going to clarify. It's going to clarify, and this is, one of the things I forgot to talk about in the beginning is difference between prompt engineering and context engineering. And this is very important. So my prompt right now was, I want interest rates for Lebanese banks, but the context is missing. Are you looking to buy a car? Are you looking to buy a house? Are you looking to rent a loan? The more information, the more context you give in what you are asking for, the better your response is going to be. So here, I'm just going to answer Asari. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to say loans, current rates, do you need this personal? Okay, and now it goes out and actually spends 10, 15 minutes researching, not just, here's the result. So that's one thing. And then has everybody tried agent mode? No? No one's tried it?
No.
So, no, huh? Let me show you guys agent mode. So agent mode is when ChatGPT goes to work for you. So how am I gonna show you guys like a cool feature for it? Whatever. I mean, I just want to show you what it guys does, and then I'll tell you the best way I was able to use it. Uh, 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 what is agent? I'm gonna select agent mode, and I'm gonna say, what is the best no code building, whatever, no code vibe coding tool, vibe coding tool. And what you're gonna see, if you haven't seen it before, is a little bit crazy. So notice it's opening up its own laptop here. So now it's literally searching and looking online and seeing what exists, right? Hala, this wasn't a good use case for agent mode. I'll tell you what is. Actually having it do stuff for you, right? So I'm scared to give it my username and password, but you can. So, you know, a very stupid thing to do is to give it access to your exchange and let it trade for you. You can do that now, right? I have an AI agent working for me. I showed you where it is. Haideke, I give it my passwords because Haideke I control. There's already been instances of ChatGPT conversations being leaked to the public and just appearing in Google search. So I'm very scared about adding my Google name and password here, but you can still use agent mode in very interesting ways. Here's how I was able to use it. One of our biggest clients is the leading, I can't say the name because of an NDA, but it's the leading shipping provider in the globe, in the world. And they have a link that we have to visit to see their branding guidelines. And it's not on one page. They're branding guidelines, but food, and it's like you go on one page and then you click on a link, and then inside the link you click on another link, and there's like 34 pages you have to click and in and out of to get all the branding guidelines for this brand. It's impossible to do this as a human. It'd take like a week. So I had agent mode do this. هو فات كبس على 300 links وبعت لنا branding guidelines, and now I just tell it, I just make the agent do it once a month or once a week whenever we need it done, usually once a month. That was the best use case for agent mode for me, but I'm sure you guys will think of really cool ways to use it as well. Show something else here. Oof. Yeah. So remember that send the GitHub link? It's right there from my Solon agent. He added it to my project management app. Okay. And I'll show you something else this agent does in terms of the human in the loop. Send an email to my wife, or to Elsa, saying, hi, I love you. Elsa's my wife. So it has access to my Google Sheets. Google Sheets has all my contacts. It has access to all my goals, all my life goals, guys. Because the life goals that took 10 years to accomplish not so long ago aren't the case anymore. So it's doing the thing right now. Again, you'll see it over here. Oh, I said else instead of hi. Elsa. Okay, there you go. They're just showing up, those executions now. And the reason why I'm showing you this is I just wanted to show you that human in the loop. Like, it's not going to send that email because you don't want it to just to be replying to emails randomly. What can I show you guys in the meantime? So there you go. It pulled up my wife's email from the Google Sheet by itself, and I can decline, approve, or edit the email, and it won't send until I do. It's magic, guys. It's magic. Okay, we have 3 new questions. Oh, nope, and I know I'm behind on the AI business I am using. So that was the second one. Okay, but it's figured out that I meant Elsa from else. I love GPT-5. I'm gonna approve this message so my wife gets it. Okay, so, okay, I see a question from Najwa. In case we are utilizing these AI tools for some delicate, somehow confidential information, let's say for a certain client or a bank with an NDA signed by him, how can we guarantee that information is secure? Where are the database saved? Which data center? Excellent question. If you are using ChatGPT, you're not guaranteeing that this information is saved. In fact, you're guaranteeing that this information is not saved because by default, ChatGPT uses all of our chats to train the model. So you need to be building, much like you need to build your own agent. You need to build your own AI agent, and you can run that locally, not on the cloud. You can run that locally so that the information it doesn't leave your local server, it doesn't leave your local laptop, or if it does, it's like it's cryptographically sent. Cryptographically sent. Yeah, good question. Okay, let me see. Any other questions I missed? No, okay.
Karim,
Tony, go ahead.
do you provide the hands-on trainings as well, or just take a high-level discussion? So to what extent? Because definitely, I mean, you've learned a lot from your experience, and of course, I can go and start playing with these tools, and probably in a couple of maybe months reach to a certain level, let's say a good level. But I don't have that time.
I understand.
How can we maybe like find a way to accelerate this learning?
Sure. So I'm trying to hold as many workshops as I can, and this workshop is sort of an intro into a more advanced workshop. So I'll tell you,
Mm.
Masalan, the workshop that I'm having in exactly a week from now, October 30, will be a face-to-face workshop in BDD, in Beirut, and we are building customer support agents for businesses. So we're building lead generation agents. We're building customer support agents, and we'll push this AI agent, this personal AI agent as well that I built with the Gmail and calendar. So again, on October 30th, we're having this workshop that's more hands-on, more developed, not general information, where we walk you through plugging in lead generation agents for your business, customer support agents for your business, and a personal AI assistant as well. Custom for your business, like that we can plug into, not theory, not, hey, look how cool this is.
Okay.
Pluggable for your business. And we'll share an email with everyone that attended today about that workshop later on. So that's in terms of workshops that are happening. Also, like we build automations for people, Rihna, for companies as well. Yeah, if you like, is there anything specific? Like, is there anything specific that you feel like مثلا from everything I did today, what do you feel like Inta as Tony, you would like to delve deeper in and understand a lot more? And what do you do if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I have like a business, maybe one or two business ideas that are very like tightly coupled with obviously app creation and website. That's one part, and definitely the agentic AI capabilities that you're talking about. Not in the sense that I wanted to really control. I would say everything that I'm doing the way probably you're doing, which is amazing. But I mean, I'm not at this level, but in a very specific topic, I'd like to use that power and try to get some information, in a quick way, in a proper way.
Yeah, sure. Feel free to reach out anytime, Tony, and we can sort of take it offline from there. If the
Yes.
workshop next week makes sense for you, looking forward to seeing you there.
Yeah. I'll contact you if you are okay. I'll let you know what I have in my mind at a very high
Absolutely.
level, and we can maybe take it from there. We'll see how
Absolutely.
it goes.
Yeah,
Thanks.
absolutely.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Anybody else has anything to share? Any questions? Sorry, give me 1 second. Wissam, more on difference between prompt engineering and context engineering. Thanks for that. Again, so prompt engineering is I want a social media post selling my AI course. That's a prompt. I want a social media caption for Instagram selling my AI course. Context engineering is giving it what the AI course is about, where it's going to be, like context, where the AI sits, right? Guys, one thing that I think most people don't realize is AI today is what's it called? If you remember a long time ago, you used to go on Google. Let me stop sharing for a second. You see my face? If you remember a long time ago, if you go on Google and you type, what is, it would finish the sentence for you. That's what ChatGPT is today. It's a bit more complicated than that, and it has a lot more information. But sorry, let me okay, there you go. And it has a lot more information, but at the end of the day, it's finishing your sentence. So this is why I say, like, the smarter you sound, the smarter the result is going to be. So, yeah, in effect, it's just giving it the context that it's sitting in. Yeah, that's really it. That's the difference between prompt engineering and context engineering. I'm very curious about internalizing information. Another question from Sherbil. I'm very curious about internalizing information on ChatGPT and making it grow and learn. Need more clarity on the process and commands, good references. So again, internalizing ChatGPT information, you tell it to internalize, and don't believe that it internalized it until you see that little square that says memory updated. And yeah, the more you feed it, the better results it's going to give you. And part of context engineering, for example, is giving it examples. So like one thing that you can do, say you're creating, I don't know, an economics report on anything, right? You can go find what a good economics report already looks like. This is great context for ChatGPT. Because you can say, I want an economic report about whatever I'm doing my report on, but by the way, here's what a good one actually looks like. So do my topic, but make it look like this, make it this good, right? So examples are part of context. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps. No, it doesn't. Again, follow-up question from Sherbil. Doesn't already internalize all the information we share all the time with it? No, it does not. No, it does not. It has an internal memory for a purpose, for this exact purpose. It's supposed to decide what to internalize and what not. But yeah, I don't see it doing a very good job at that. So you have to tell it to internalize certain information. Making sure I didn't miss anything. Any questions? Fahed's asking, what's still left on the agenda for tonight? I'm waiting for someone on my team to join, but I don't think they're going to be joining before 8:30. And what they are going to do, they are gonna take this agent that we created already, and they're going to hopefully push it for us. This one, right? They're going to show us how to. I'm sorry. I'm sharing. I'm not sharing my screen. One second. Yeah, so I'm at 8:30. Hopefully, we have somebody joining us, somebody from my team who's going to be pushing this agent a little bit for us. We're going to be adding voice capability. We're going to be, I forget what else he's going to do. Maybe, forget what else he's going to do. But basically, show you guys how to push this agent quite easily. Let me see if he can join. No. Encourage you guys to ask as many questions as you can, because all of a sudden بتذكر issue. How do you do this, sharing and appearing like this? It was just a button. I didn't realize it was there before. For design generation, I tried ChatGPT and Nano Banana. ChatGPT was easier, but what's your input on this? So I went through this in the beginning. ChatGPT might be easier. Nano Banana is better. Trust me, I have an agency. But use ChatGPT to come up with the prompt for Nano Banana, or use Gemini to come up with the prompt for Nano Banana. Here's how you'll quickly see that Nano Banana is better than ChatGPT. Go to ChatGPT and give it a product and say, put this product for me in, on a model or whatever, and go do it in Nano Banana. You realize on Nano Banana, it does it a whole lot better, and it does it consistently. It'll do 10 images for you with the same exact product image, whereas ChatGPT will start changing the image bit by bit, one at a time. I would use AI to help me create this AI agent. Yeah, I would too. I would too. I use AI to help me create anything, and ChatGPT has its own AI agent platform now, but it's still not as strong as N8N, but it won't be long. And I think I spoke about Atlas as well. Okay, so okay, we have in 10 minutes we have Stephen joining us, so that's great. Okay, great, Stephen. We're looking forward to have you on. We have Stephen joining us for 10 minutes shortly. Joining us in 10 minutes. Sorry. In the meantime, let's see if anyone else has any questions. No questions here. No questions here. What do I feel like I should share with you guys that I have forgotten to share?
Karim, I have a question, please.
Please.
على الشات جي بي تي on the left when you open it's peer speaking. في كتير مطارح if you wanna do presentation, if you wanna do an essay, depending بتشوف في غير applications under the chat جي بي تي على الاكسبلور و I believe them أنا عندي هون على الفون it's not with me بس you can مثل هو for example Canva, Expedia و more and more and more so you decide how should I know which one should I go but at the same time كتير بيطلع لك advertising online, for example, Insta, Facebook, على applications that you can use to create videos or stuff like this. So how can we differentiate which one is better, which one to use? لأنه sometimes they will tell you, if you download it, you need to pay. So, we need to know if this one is the right one in order to pay for.
Yeah. So one of the things okay, they're all these tools, and it's funny, you find them on ChatGPT and they're using ChatGPT to give you answers. I'm not sure how to answer your question. I try a lot of tools. I try a lot of tools daily to see. And I've gotten better at trying to figure out which one is bullshit and which one isn't. And really, it's just a matter of research, and trying to find what's going to work best for you. One thing to note is, guys, I've shown you about, I don't know, 10 to 15 tools today. Those are like top of the line. Like VO3 is in VO, now it's VO 3.1, hands down the best video generation. Mid-Journey, just as good, but a little bit harder to use. All the tools I spoke about today are top of the line. And one thing to keep in mind again is they're all just wrappers of LLMs, wrappers of OpenAI or Gemini, right? They're just using, you go and download, you pay for an app, and the app is just using ChatGPT. You have a $20 ChatGPT subscription. Don't go buy the app, right? Most people don't realize that the app is just using ChatGPT, but 99% of AI apps, مش 99, 100% of AI apps are all just using OpenAI, ChatGPT. So again, guys, we're moving to a world where we can create software and throw it away. Like it's that cheap. We can create anything and throw it away. I believe the cost of production of almost anything is about just fall to zero. I have another question. Wissam, connectors in N8N. Can we see the list? Connectors? Will we learn how to build our own agent on N8N technically? We just did that, but we'll see if we can do it again. Maybe when Steven joins, I'll let him start over. And we'll go through the Mid-Journey. We'll go through connectors in N8N. Does Mid-Journey provide high-resolution images to use them on large scale? Yes. If you all of them provide high-resolution images when you pay. Is there any other platform that can do it better? In my mind, Mid-Journey and Nano Banana are best. Connectors to systems like Microsoft D365. So yeah, so usually that's done with a webhook, you know. I doubt Microsoft D365 is there, but let me go see really fast what's there from Microsoft. There you go. Those are all the Microsoft tools those are all the Microsoft tools that are there, like as a node, very easy to hook up. But you can hook up anything with a webhook, right? As long as Microsoft D365 is accessible through a webhook or an API or like, however, as long as I can access it online, I can figure out how to connect to it from here. I'm just not familiar with what exactly D365 is or what you're trying to do, but looks like it has some 365 stuff. Yeah, there you go. It is there. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. N8N is really, really insane. What's API and how to use it? So what does API stand for? API means you're plugging into the backend of ChatGPT. So you just go API, OpenAI, and if you have a ChatGPT subscription, then you automatically have access to get an API. And how to use it is here. You get an API key from OpenAI. It's quite easy. If I can just log in. Yeah. Okay, Stephen is joining. Excellent, Stephen. I'm giving you a minute, and I'll let you take over. So yeah, you get the API from here, and then if you notice when I built the AI agent, like this is where I put the credentials, the API credentials, so to speak. Hello, I think Stephen is joining now, and I will let him start over, build the entire agent again, since it just takes 2 minutes anyway. And that way, whoever wasn't there in the beginning can watch the entire process. Alia, can you hear me? Are you still with us?
Yes,
Is Stephen in or not yet? He just sent me a message, said he was joining.
let me check.
Oh, there he
Yep,
is. Okay.
but you have to
I
set
let
up
him in. I
code.
let him in. I let him in. I'll have to see him and make him co-host. Hi, Steven. Give me a second to make you co-host over here. Steven is still in school,
Hello,
guys. So you're about to be taught AI by someone who is still in school. I call university school just to make you guys feel worse. Let me make Steven co-host. Steven, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Steven, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to just rebuild it from scratch on your side. So if anyone that wasn't there in the beginning gets to see the process, yeah? It's just a chat
Okay.
trigger. You see what it is, yeah? Chat trigger, AI agent, and then hold.
All right.
Hello? So I'm gonna stop
Uh,
sharing and I'm gonna let Steven share his screen.
okay, one moment.
Start from scratch, please.
Yeah, okay.
We are
Hello,
going.
guys. First of all, yeah.
Share your screen, Steven. And yeah, go ahead.
Okay, first of all, my name is Steven Francis. I'm a mechatronics engineer, also an AI automation expert. First of all, now, let us start building our first AI personal assistant. All right, first, we will connect a chat trigger so I can communicate with my AI agent. Then I'll come here and add one moment. Okay, and add an AI agent node. This AI agent node takes three items. First,
Excuse
I
me,
need
sorry to interrupt.
yes.
Where are you adding this from? The first one, the chat message. If you can just start.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay. We can press tab. I have this interface here opens. So what I can see every node available. So okay, let me delete it so it will show. Okay, here I have triggers. First thing that appears whenever the workflow is empty, they are the triggers. I can put a trigger manually, so I can press to trigger the workflow, or a trigger on chat message. That's it. Okay. Now I need to connect the. Sorry, but who asked me the question? Is it clear now?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay.
We can go back to the chats anyway. Thanks. To the recording.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Okay, now I connected to the AI agent. In the AI agent, I have three tools that need to be connected to it in order to work perfectly. First of all, you have the chat model. The chat model is like the brain of the AI model. So here, I can add, I personally use a node, it's called Open Router. Why I use this node? This node has every AI model available, LLM, in the world. So only from this node, I can access GPT, I can access Gemini of Google, I can access Qwen of X. So from this node, I can use any brain for my AI agent because every model is specialized in something. Maybe content creation, Gemini is better. However, in coding, maybe we have Claude, which is Anthropic, is better. So instead of having, I'll show you, instead of having connecting for this agent, OpenAI chat model, or for the other agent, Anthropic. And for each and every single one of them, I need to do a credentials. What are the credentials? So when I want to put a brain for my model, and I need to pay for the tokens I'm using while chatting with this model. So to be able to pay, I go to each API platform of these platforms, such as OpenAI platform, Anthropic platforms, and I need to do credentials and get API keys. Now I will walk you through how to get API key for OpenAI and for Open Router. Because in our workflow, in the next workflow, we will use the OpenAI node, and it should have the API key of OpenAI. Is everything clear until now?
Yes, thank you. Go ahead.
Yes? Okay. Now, after connecting a chat model, I can add a memory. What is the memory? So this we can first of all start with a simple memory now, and sometimes we can emit the use of memory. Not always we are in need of a memory. The memory is so the AI agent can remember past conversations with us. So if an AI model, AI agent has a job that doesn't require a memory, we can emit it. It's not required. The only thing required is the chat model, which is the brain of the AI agent. And lastly, we have the tools. Here, the magic happens. We have a large number, a huge number of tools that you can connect the AI agent to. In this workflow, we will connect Gmail, I think, the Gmail tool,
Yeah.
and
Gmail
also and calendar.
yeah, Gmail and calendar.
All
And then
right.
flat انت من بعده.
Okay. Here, after connecting the Gmail and the calendar, I have to connect my Google accounts. So how can I how 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 can N8N and Google communicate? I need to set a path, a funnel between them. So here I can directly sign in with Google, and I won't do it now. It's a window that will pop up, and you will from your Google account sign in. That's it for Gmail and Google Calendar. Also for Google Calendar, after doing it here, it will directly be available to use it here. Okay. After doing so, okay, Steven, Gmail, and here let me put, okay, Steven. Okay, in these tools, I can, for example, this tool is sending an email. So sending an email, the first field, it is the tool description. So here I have to describe for my AI agent where to use this tool. So we can put it set automatically, which will be the same as send a message in a Gmail. If I want to put it manually. When do I use manually? So maybe I have two emails and I want to tell the agent, send a message in a Gmail of Stephen in this tool. And the other tool in the set manually description, I'll put send a message in Karim's Gmail. All right, that's where the tool description needs to be set manually, or for some more details. All right.
ستيفن
Yes.
ستيفن فيني أسأل سؤال هون.
Yes.
As if we go back to the actual workflow, في منطقة when you will check يعني check something before sending مش sending على كل for all instances. You see what I mean? يعني مثلا if he said certain words, send an email, عمل escalation. في some type of checkpoint that we can add.
Human in the
To
loop.
put like human in the loop.
I think it's
That's
more
what
of
do
a
you mean?
checkpoint. Like checking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, directly from here, from the tools, we cannot include a human intervention. However, later on in the next workflow, we will show how to use the human in the loop. But to give you a quick tip, so here we are using the send a message in a Gmail tool. So if kind of don't trust 100% the AI agent, what will it send? I can change it from send to draft in the operation. So it will draft the email, okay? And I can see it, label.
That's an interesting.
Here, in the resource. In the resource, instead of message, I put a draft. So whenever an action is happening, so I tell him, send an email to Karim telling him about my meeting, our meeting. So it will draft the email without sending it. It will store it in the drafts in the Gmail under your Gmail account. So you go check it there. If you like the email, you can send it. It's only a button to press. And also there is another option. We do it in Telegram. So the AI agent will send you like how you text your friend. It will send you the email draft and with two buttons, whether accept or decline. If accept, it will send it directly from Gmail. The AI agent will do everything for you. But here directly from the tools, we cannot insert this human in the loop. I hope I answered your question. Is there anything else? بس لأنه I didn't know who asked the question.
You're good, Stephen. I think you answered. Otherwise, they would have answered. The name of the program.
Yes.
ماشي لا go on. I'm answering your question. Sure.
All right. Here in the send message, I can set them statically. What do I mean? So I can here write to Stephen Francis at example.com. But I want it dynamic. What do I mean by dynamic? So my AI, I'm using AI to be dynamic. So my AI agent should know from my chat who's the person I'm sending the email to. So there is a magical button here in N8N. It's called let the model define this parameter. So here we have the two to put it let the model define this parameter, the subject also, and the message. All right, because here we will tell, for example, the model, please send a message for Karim, reminding him of our meeting. The AI model with subject